And hello, Sean Brady, bringing you some valuable information with this man, the one, the only, Dale Kreienkamp. He is an author of an amazing book, and I wanted to have him share this is basically going out for people who are, the stat that blew me away was almost 22 million people a year are in need of your book. Who are those people, Dale?
Sean, those are the people that became unemployed, and they didn't choose to become unemployed. So they didn't walk into their boss and say, I quit, I have a new job. They didn't say, I've retired. But somebody came to them and said, your job's been eliminated. You've been laid off. You're terminated. There are 21.6 million people a year that this happens to, and it's been that way for the last decade. It's been over 20 million people a year in this country for over 2 decades.
And there's not much of a fluctuation. So that's something that's consistently gone on. And you made mention of something about how our good economy and bad economy is really just a spread of not a lot.
Yeah, so think about it. This is the best economy we've had in 50 years.
5-0, longer than my lifetime.
And we're going to have over 20 million people become unemployed. If you take a look
Just this year.
If you take a look at the height of the recession, going back into about 2009, 2010, it got as high as 26.5 million. So it's not a huge difference between the worst economy that we had in 50 years to the best economy we've had in 50 years.
Now, how come more people aren't talking about that, first of all?
You know, people don't like to talk about being unemployed, so there aren't a lot of people that go out and talk about saying, I am unemployed. And that's the audience that I'm writing to in my book, which is those people that are going through that career transition from having a job in one location to saying, what's next for me? Whether it be a job doing what they did before but with a different company. Maybe it's striking out on their own and doing something they'd always hoped and dreamed about, but it's that transition, that waiting to go from one to another in one's career.
Now, Dale, one of the things that you're a subject matter expert at is just your history, not only of dealing with this subject personally, but you have an HR background.
Yes,
for some very big companies.
Yeah, my background has been a corporate executive in human resources, and have done that for 4 decades, for 40 years. And in addition to that, I've been blessed by being unemployed twice in my life. And it was through those unemployment periods that I had an opportunity to try and go do different things and experience some different opportunities that I never would have had if I stayed where I was.
Now, one thing I always like to ask all my guests is, what's one thing that, whether they're in the United States, around the planet, what's one thing that someone who finds himself in this position, what's one tool, tip that you love to give to everybody so it makes a difference for them right now?
Yeah, so the tip that I give to everybody is you have to get comfortable telling the world that you're unemployed and you're looking for something different. So the average person says, hey, this feels like I just got cut from the baseball team when I was in high school. I sure don't want to broadcast it. And that's the exact opposite of what they need to do. They need to let people know that they're unemployed, that they're looking for something, and tell them what it is, because people by nature want to help.
Yeah.
But they can't help if they don't know that you're unemployed. And so when you retrench and keep quiet, you actually hurt your chances of finding something new, whereas when you let people know, opportunities can come just because people know about it.
The world does not need any more martyrs.
Correct.
Especially when it comes to your employment.
Yes.
Dale, this is great. I'm going to go to a couple more episodes, but thank you for being here. What's the name of your book and where can we find it?
So the book is How Long, O Lord, How Long? Subtitle is Devotions for the Unemployed and Those Who Love Them, and it's available on my website, howlongolord.org, and you can pick it up there.
And we're both Christians, but you don't have to be a Christian to take value away from this book, do you?
No, this book is written for everybody who's going through one of these life career transitions and is in that period of waiting, trying to figure out what's next for them, going through the emotions that you always go through, which are often anger, loneliness, despair, frustration. Everybody deals with that.
How long, O Lord, how long? If you have yourself or anyone you know that's in this predicament, check out Dale, check out his work. I'll put links below in this podcast so it's easy to find. But do take action, and don't be a martyr. Don't be an ostrich with your head in the sand. Get out there, do something, and always be more you. Thanks for listening.